first we're going to go over, so agenda for the day, we're going to go over background, like the restaurant industry and some of the leaders that gave us ideas on what's implemented into the quill. Look at like the value, what suggestions we have, kind of a brief idea of what our implementation plan and metrics and solution requirements for the quill is, and then compare those to like what practices the quill has and what they're doing and what the waste is, and then get more in depth about the training and awareness strategy we have for the quill. So the two leaders we have was like, one was Darden Restaurants, who owns like the Olive Garden and those restaurant chains, and actually Silo Restaurant located in the UK was completely zero waste. They were really innovative in how they would reduce their waste. They took like their trash and their trash bags and actually turned them into plates and everything. And this is great because restaurant industry is often labeled as being waste intensive with the food and everything. And yeah, so the innovation and creativity is one of the big ways for restaurants to reduce their waste. Value this would have is that zero waste is on the rise, and these strategies could be implemented for the quill. They offer benefits for the culinary program, the students, and local businesses and suppliers for them, and helps them transition to more zero waste and practices like that. Market size, significant opportunity for the quill because again, zero waste is on the rise, helps them with the transition to zero waste, reduce their waste, and offers a differentiation factor for the quill in local areas, and being known the area for reducing their waste could drive in more customers and stuff like that.
So implementation, it's not just for the staff of the quill, it's also directed toward the culinary students. So the guidebook will be issued to each of them, and there'll be training courses on like which waste is this, like which is recyclable, which is compostable, things like that. Also, they should have like informational posters around both the classrooms and the kitchen of the quill. And these pictures right here are examples like what kind of posters it would be. And also social media, everybody is on social media, Facebook, Twitter. They can read about it also on there. And for metrics, tracking the waste, either measuring the waste in pounds or how many dumpsters are filled on a weekly or monthly basis. Also the efficiency of appliances, like how much less waste they use using reusable appliances. Local resources, getting the resources from local farms here in Manchester. Social media activity, people can follow along with how much waste we're decreasing, heading towards zero waste, and setting long and short-term goals. And solution requirements, thoroughly tracking waste, educating and training both the staff at Quill and the culinary students, staying committed to the goal, following through with the goals, and innovativeness, like creating something new or something different.
So the Quill sources of waste are mainly just like food, of course, because it's like a culinary area and it's a restaurant. So, and then the culinary courses, so like the meal prep and everything, that causes a lot of waste because there's things that you trim off or like you throw out afterwards. And then there's leftovers after everyone's done eating. So the things that people don't eat are generally just thrown away. And then the packaging that everything is put in, so like all the plastic wrap and the different like plastic and stuff that they put things in. And then the current practices, they actually are doing like a lot. They have a lot to contribute for sustainability. So they only buy as much as they need, and with like the butcher programs they have, so like when they get animals, they have that class butcher everything, and then the food that is left over from that are used by other classes, so everything is frozen so that it can continue to be used and not just parts of it. And they actually do a lot of recycling and composting, so they have the company that comes and picks up all their compost stuff, and they recycle a lot of the things. It's just there could be better practices and people could know more about it so that there's more things to be recycled. And of course, like the butchering thing, so overlapping course material. And the sustainability food course, so like they have a class that teaches them on how to do all these things. It just needs to be more widespread so that it can continue to be better.
So some sustainability training would be a mandatory 8-week 2-credit class that would be taught by an environmental professor. We feel that because how much recycling has an effect on our environment, an environmental professor would be perfect for this course. The course material will cover recycling and composting. As you can see in this picture, it illustrates how a landfill gets when you don't recycle. So obviously it's very important to recycle, and it will make air much more green, and it won't cause as much destruction on landfills and such. Zero waste will help innovate more ideas to discover different ways to stop people from not recycling, things like that. Operating equipment, so this is for energy reasons, so especially in the quill, they're using the ovens and stoves a lot, which uses a lot of energy because they're electric. So we want to make sure that they're using the ovens and stoves the perfect amount, just so they're using the right amount of energy and they're getting the most effective ways to get to cook their food. So some sustainability awareness would be definitely social media, especially nowadays. Everybody's on social media with hashtags, trends, and stuff like that. People constantly upload Facebook videos. Now you can go live on Facebook, so people can, maybe even record live from a landfill. Good and bad, bad posts of like that picture can definitely lead to some good, because it shows how bad an environment can get. You can engage with community members, get them involved. Internally, especially at the quill, there's not many posters that illustrate like how important it is to recycle and how much of an effect it has on our environment. So a lot of restaurants have those waiting areas. Unfortunately, the quill doesn't. It's not that big of a restaurant. So maybe in the waiting area, have a big poster with a nice picture on there that illustrates, a very green earth, demonstrating positive effects, and then have another one that demonstrates like that landfill, just to show that how important recycling is. And then to tie it all together, we want to show you our guidebook.
Like this would be something we would implement like directly into the course material that like students can reference and have access to like all times. And it like overviews like steps and processes that like about education, communication would be really key steps into reducing waste and being aware. And like for the quill, like analyzing, identifying what needs to be done and understanding like what areas would have the most waste and like how you can reduce it, and like setting up recycling plans, reaching out, how to like outsource locally, and even cleaning products that can be key sources of waste too in restaurants. And we have like it include like these could be like the stuff like on the side, like these posters could be used for that can be hung up for people to reference in the kitchen, and even on handouts that people could have near the grill.
So in conclusion, we just want to make sure that the quill is as least waste intensive as possible. I know it's tough because it's a restaurant and the restaurant industry is very waste intensive, but we want to make sure that we can do our very best to stop that. Training and education is huge, just so people know how important recycling is. Innovativeness in social media, as I said, people can go live now, everybody's on social media, hashtags, trends, very, very important. And it's just beneficial to society. It affects our wildlife, it affects our trees, it affects a lot of things that we don't even realize. So recycling is very, very big.